Hi Jim, it's a 1-0 loss to Falkirk at Cappielow today. Can I get your thoughts on the match, please?
Yeah, I'm extremely disappointed with the result, and I think in the second half as well the performance wasn't good enough. I think first half we played quite well. I think we certainly were the better team and the team on the front foot. Wasn't too many goalmouth incidents. I think David Mitchell had a really good save from Ross Forbes and made a couple of other shots kind of peppered around the goal. But there wasn't too much, and Gats had a great save from a long range effort from Aaron Muirhead. But generally speaking, I thought we played quite well and controlled the game. But once the Falkirk goal went in, I felt we lost our way a little bit, and that surprised me because we've come back several times, from goals and had a really positive response. But I don't think we had that today.
The goal, disappointing the goal was Gary, disappointing
Yeah, of
from
course.
distance.
Yeah, I mean it's a shot, I should say. He knows that. As I mentioned to you over the last couple of weeks, he's been absolutely magnificent. He just a little lapse of concentration in tight games that can sometimes be the difference. But listen, we had 90 minutes to get a goal back, and we didn't do that. So, I think we all have to look at ourselves and think that we didn't contribute enough. And I look at myself as well, and you look and think, was the team right? Was the selection right? How we asked the players to play. And then the players on the pitch, I think, as I said, they've got to take a degree of responsibility as well, because I felt that we just kept running into kind of dead ends today. We kept overrunning the ball, we kept giving the ball away cheaply. We weren't slick enough or quick enough moving the ball against a very resolute Falkirk defence.
It seemed a wee bit flat after Falkirk scored as well. I don't know if that's something you'd agree with.
Yeah, it happens. As I said before, it's difficult because Falkirk really then sat really deep, and the two banks of four, and sometimes a 4 and a 5, and allowed our two centre backs to have the ball. And in Scottish football, your two centre backs have the ball. If they pass it 3 times, then the criticism becomes, you can hear it, and then players then react to that. They start launching balls forward against 4 big centre backs. So it's a catch-22. Don't get me wrong, I fully understand we need to get a goal back. You want to play positive and you want to play forward, but you've also got to have patience. And as I said, we didn't move the ball quick enough, and we also just hurried too many long passes, straight passes, and as I said, a very powerful Falkirk rearguard. So from my point of view, there was a lot of things that we didn't do properly, but what we didn't do is we didn't stretch the game, didn't make the game wide enough, and have a little bit more patience in the second half. And I think all those factors allowed Falkirk to, I think they managed the last half hour of the game very well.
Obviously the last 3 games coming into this game, it was good performances, 2 good results. I mean, the performance at Dundee United was good, the result wasn't so good. Do you look at that and when you reflect on today's match, or do you take it in isolation? Is there anger at full time, or do you kind of
of course you're angry at full time. No, you're definitely angry at full time, because football's a game about moving forward. It's not about looking at what you've done over 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 games. It's about moving forward. It's about today's game and how we approached it and how we dealt with it, and we didn't deal with it well enough. So no, but what we will do is, obviously, once we get the Brechin game out of the way in a couple of weeks' time, then that's the first quarter gone, and then we'll reflect a little bit on strengths and weaknesses, and have we done okay in certain games? Do we need to strengthen in certain areas? And of course, then I think I've always done that though. We've always looked at the games as each quarter has appeared, rather than individual games. So if you make rash decisions because you didn't play well for half an hour, for instance today, I felt it was half an hour, over 90 minutes, then I think you then just make things on impulse rather than common sense, and just reevaluate things. So after we get the Brechin game away in a couple of weeks, we'll take a little bit of stock, have a think about what we might need, to try and move forward again, and then as I say, we'll reevaluate the squad and how we believe we're playing.
The last game was at Livingston, I think. The loss was, and then there was the break again. Is that frustrating, having the break after this?
Yeah, a bit frustrating, but in the end of the day, that's the circumstances. You know that. So ideally, it's a long time to let things kind of fester away at you. But you've just got to shrug it aside. There'll be an air of disappointment on Monday come training. That's natural, and it should be the case. You shouldn't be coming in, with a spring in your step. You should be coming a little bit flat and a little bit kind of despondent, because it should still be lingering. It should hurt you for a little bit longer than a few hours, and I fully expect that to happen. But then once that's out of the way, then you then have to look forward, and whether it's 2 weeks away or 1 week away, you then have to look forward and make sure we're ready. That when the Brechin game comes up, that we're ready to go and perform better than we did today.
that the way it was in the dressing room? Players hurting it full time.
Yeah, of course they are, because if you take the game, although I felt we didn't play that well in the second half, I don't think Derek had a save to make in the second half. He'd one really good save in the first half, and their goalkeeper only had a couple of, what we call ordinary saves to make. So there wasn't a lot of goalmouth action. But it was an error and a lapse of concentration. And I've said to you before, Jonathan, in tight games, what you've got to do is make sure you stay concentrated. If you do that, you take a point. Not perfect, but you take a point and you move on. So today, over the 90 minutes, I think we probably deserved a point. But that's 2 games I felt we've maybe deserved something from the game. We get nothing. And it's just little moments, little instances in games where you switch off for a second, and in this division, being such a competitive division, you can be punished, and we've certainly been punished. So we always hope that over the course of the season you get those little moments that go for you. We'd won a few weeks ago against Dunfermline and we scored in the last minute to maybe nick it, and maybe a bit harsh on Dunfermline that day. But the last 2 weeks, I certainly think the effort the players have put in have deserved a little bit more.
Excellent, Jim. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.